welcome back to my channel. So we have an exciting video today. First off, I got some new products from either Sephora or Ulta that I wanted to try out for you guys. I know I'm kind of late to the party with some of this stuff, but I just started my channel, you know, like 2 seconds ago. So today I went in and I tried the Jackie Aina palette by ABH, Anastasia Beverly Hills. ABH is so much easier to say. This is what this looks like. You get 14 shades for $45. I did have a coupon at Ulta for $10 off purchase of $35 or more, and it included prestige brands. A lot of the times they don't include prestige brands, so I went ahead and picked this up today. And this actually wasn't what I was going to Ulta for. I was actually looking for the new Norvina Volume 1 palette because I really want that one. I want to do some looks with it, but they don't have it in stores yet. So I just decided to go ahead and pick this guy up. And yeah, guys, so this is how the look turned out. If you want to see how I got it, make sure you check out my whole entire video. I go into depth on how to do, you know, blending and all that. So I also picked up this new foundation. Well, it's new to me. It's been out for what, a month or two or something. It's the Juvia's Place foundation, I Am Magic, and my shade is in Isla 730. So super Casper white is what I was going for, because as you can see, like, I have no color to me. It was probably like a shade too light for me, but their shade range in stores was very picked over, so I just decided to go ahead and grab that one. And I used a little bit more bronzer to kind of blend it into my face better, but overall I loved it. It's so full coverage, so you can see how I apply that. And then I am gonna try out in this video this microfiber technology Real Technique sponge. It's a new sponge they just came out with, and then you can kind of see how that works too. I've never not liked anything from Real Techniques. And if you stay till the end, I have an exciting giveaway to announce, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Alright guys, well, if you want to go ahead and get started, let's get started. And don't mind my hair, this is like my normal everyday life right here. An ugly bun. So yeah guys, let's get started. Thanks for coming back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome. Hey guys, so I went ahead and drew my eyebrows. They looked like straight trash. I used the brow definer by ABH in Auburn, and then the clear setting gel from them, and I'm putting scotch tape on the outer edges of my eyes, and I'm using the arch of my eyebrow to line it up with the edge of my eye so that it's lined up with that. And then I prime my eyelids with the MAC paint pot in soft ochre. And then I go in with the shade Supreme, and I'm going above the crease and into the crease with this and fluffing it upwards. So I'm actually taking the shade Supreme and I'm blending it almost into my brow, like in the front of my eye, and then up above my crease as well. And I keep going back and forth with a clean, fluffy blending brush and trying to blend out the edges because it is kind of a darker shade for my crease color. And like I said guys, for my hooded eyes, it works best for me if I kind of almost go up to the brow bone, the eyebrow I mean, and I take it like right before it starts in the front of the eyebrow. This is going to have a more rounded effect at the end. And again, I'm just blending it out with that fluffy blending brush. Now I'm going in with a flat shader brush, and I'm dipping into Trust Issues, and I'm putting it on my brow bone. You can't really see it on camera. It's just like this iridescent sparkle. There's no color pigment to it, so it's like translucent until you see the actual like sparkle to it. It's really pretty actually. I like it. It would work for a lot of skin tones. And then I'm taking Soleil And I'm taking that all over my inner corner and then on the pretty much the inner part of my eyelid. This is a fluffy tapered brush and I'm dipping into Big Wig. This is the only color I had issues with. It was kind of patchy and really hard to build up. So I'm just working that on the outer edge and in the crease and then just pretty much on the outer V section of my eye. I end up later on going and taking it higher up in the middle of my eye and then bringing it really close to where I put that pink shade. But as you can see, it's very patchy right there. I had a lot of trouble with this color. So I just keep going in and I'm blending this a lot just to try to get pretty much what I want. That's that clean brush I had earlier. I always have a clean fluffy brush on hand just to blend edges out because I want to soften everything and make sure there's no like harsh edges. I'm just deepening and bringing that Supreme color up higher because I always have to come back and make corrections because of my eye shape and my hooded eyes. And I always try to like go back, look straight ahead in the mirror and see where the placement is of the color because I need it a certain way so that it's shown and it doesn't look silly. Pretty much you'll see me mostly fussing with those two colors and trying to blend those together and build up that purple. I was getting pretty annoyed with the purple though, I'm not gonna lie. Now I'm going back into the shade Soleil and I'm taking it more onto the inner corner of my lid and bringing it slightly in, not too much though because I'm gonna cover it. I'm taking the shade Sponsored and I'm going over the first half of my eyelid right there. I end up just going in with my finger and it worked a lot better and it gave me a lot better payoff and the color was so stunning. So now I'm going in with the shade Shookington and I'm just using my finger and I'm packing that on the outer corner of my eye, pretty much covering up the Big Wig color because it was so patchy. I was gonna do that in the first place, but I really wish that it wasn't so patchy because you could see the patchiness through the shimmer, so I had to build up the shimmer a lot. But the shimmers in this palette are so pigmented, so creamy, so buttery, and amazing, and they have like this sheen to them that is like nothing else. Now I'm taking the lighter taupey purple shimmer and I put it in the center of my eyelid to blend that green Sponsored color in with Shookington. And again, like I said earlier, I do fuss with those two colors a lot, Supreme and Big Wig, just to try to get them in the shape that I need for my eye. Now I'm taking the tape off. Y'all, excuse my hair. It looks a hot mess today. I promise you I bathe every day, but I don't wash my hair every day. I wash it every other day, and it was a messy bun type of day, which is 90% of my life. I did go ahead and clean up under my eyes with makeup wipes, and now I'm going in with some more primer. This is the Poreless Putty Primer from e.l.f. and I'm using this to pore fill. Now I'm going in with this new foundation from Juvia's place. Well, it came out like a month or two ago, but it's new to me, and it's in the shade 730, and it's extremely full coverage. It covered up every breakout I had. Like, you couldn't see any of that popping through. If you have acne, I would highly suggest this. It's really nice. But if you have drier skin, you might not like it as much because it is kind of a drier formula. So if you do have drier skin, make sure you prime with like a hydrating primer first and moisturize really well. I'm definitely a fan of Jackie Aina, and I was really excited to see she came out with the palette. I don't know why it took me so long to get the palette, but she really killed it with this palette. Other than Big Wig, everything else seems to swatch and blend out beautifully. And I'm really excited to use the other shimmers in this palette because they are so unique and just stunning, and they go on so well. Purples are really hard to make from what I've heard from other people that actually produce makeup. So I can understand and, you know, sympathize that she probably had a hard time getting that just right. But the tone of the purple is very beautiful. Now I look like Casper the Ghost. I am super pasty white. This was probably a touch too light for me, but the store didn't have many options because everything was picked over. I just tried to spray Morphe setting mist on my flyaways to get it to lay down. It didn't help at all. Now I'm going in with Shape Tape by Tarte, and this is in the shade Fair. This is the one that I use for brightening and highlighting my face. I take it under my eyes, I take it in the center of my forehead, down the bridge of my nose, my cupid's bow, and just the center of my chin. And I'm doing this to create more dimension to my face and give a little bit of extra coverage, which this foundation absolutely doesn't need, but this is still beautiful on top of it. I really liked how this look turned out. I just really regret not doing my hair because my hair would have made the look a lot better. Make sure you guys tune in till the end because I do have that giveaway going on. I'm so excited that I'm able to do a giveaway, and I just started my channel a couple weeks ago. You know, that's something I feel proud of, and I want to give back to you guys and, you know, share the love of makeup because I love makeup. This is what I want to do with my life, and hopefully this gives me a starting point with makeup. Now I'm taking Mercier translucent setting powder, and I'm using that sponge to pack it under my eyes to bake. This will help set it in place so that I don't have any creasing later on, and so that none of my foundation moves around. And I didn't really bake for that long, so I didn't really need to with this because the foundation and the concealer dried down really nicely. Now I'm taking a flat little contour brush. It's very densely packed, and I'm dipping into my Tantour from Huda Beauty, and I'm taking that around my forehead, and I will be blending it into my hairline because I had some hair loss when I had my baby. I only have one kid, but I had some hair loss in the front and it hasn't really grown back in, so that's one of my things that I'm kind of self-conscious about. And this actually helps it to darken up my hairline a little, which makes me feel a little bit better about myself. But I'm also carving out my cheekbones. And guys, I've been taking it a little bit higher on my cheekbones to chisel out my face a little bit better because it's making me look a little bit slimmer, which I want to look slimmer. Who doesn't? And then I take it right on my jawline and take it a little bit up on my jawline just to chisel out my face even more. And I drag it down my neck and I blend it into the foundation on my neck so that it's not just like this brown blob or this brown beard looking thing on my neck. Since that foundation was so dry, I sprayed some setting spray on my face to kind of moisten everything up. And then I actually end up switching to the original Real Technique sponge because the microfiber one was not doing it for me with blending out the contour. it just was kind of making it a little bit patchy. So this sponge helped a lot better. And I already had this one on standby, wet and ready to go in case I didn't like the other one. But the only thing I didn't like it for was blending out my cream contour. And as you see, like, it looks so crazy when you cream contour at first, but then once you blend this out, it like makes your skin have more dimension. It makes my 7 head, not my forehead, my 7 head look like a regular forehead. Well, slightly, it's still big, and it doesn't help that my hair's all up. But this helps a lot. This is like a must when I'm doing a glam look. On the day-to-day basis, I only do like powder contour and call it good and bronzer, but when I'm doing a glam look, I'm gonna do cream contour. I think I've previously stated that I'm not formally trained in makeup. I've just done a lot of people's makeup, and I've studied, you know, like I've watched videos, I've, you know, read books and stuff on how to do makeup, and pretty much I've been practicing since, you know, I was really, really young, and that's how I came to be okay at makeup. I wouldn't say I'm the best or anything like that, because I know I'm not, but I know I have stuff that I can teach others. I set my face with that powder from earlier all over my face, and man, you guys, like, my eyebrows were just not doing well today. Like, it was bad. They were crusty, they weren't fully filled in. I don't know what was wrong with them. But I'm going in with a fluffy blending brush, like a face brush, and I'm taking it on the outer edges of my forehead with my Fenty bronzer in Shady Biz, and I'm wisping it all over my cheeks, using it to kind of contour a little bit, taking it all over my neck, pretty much everywhere where I put the cream contour at, and then bringing it a little further down just to warm up my face because, again, I look like Casper the Ghost. I'm also taking it on the sides of my nose because I didn't cream contour my nose, and this is kind of a trick I like to do just to help that out because I was being lazy. I didn't feel like cream contouring my nose. I have a weird shaped nose, so I don't know. I just don't like to cream contour my nose always. I'm taking those cream colored from the Park Ave Princess palette from Tarte, and I'm setting it with my sponge underneath my eyes to brighten it up a little, and down the center of my nose so that it actually looks like it's contoured now, because that darker bronzer shade is on the sides of my nose, if that makes sense. Now I'm going in with this blush trio in Pink Passion, I believe, and I'm taking 2 of the shades, mixing them, and this is from ABH as well, and I'm taking it all over my cheeks. I didn't realize I used like a bunch of ABH products today, but they got some good stuff, so if you've never tried them before, you should definitely check them out. They've got good blush, they've got pretty much good everything. I don't know. I haven't seen anything that I didn't like. I'm interested to try their new foundation and powders. And I have powder all over my shoulders right now. It looks like dandruff, but it's not. Now I'm taking this teal eyeliner from Marc Jacobs, and I'm putting it in my waterline. And you guys, this doesn't budge. This is the second time I've used Marc Jacobs eyeliner. I've tried their black one in the past, and it was really good. But I picked this up because the color just drew me in, and I popped it in my waterline. You can do a more neutral color like black, brown, or like a nude beige or a white, but I just felt like doing this color. Now I'm going back into Big Wig, and I'm smoking it on the lower lash line with a really tiny, precise brush, and I'm connecting that outer corner with the lower lash line. And I end up going in with Supreme, and I use that to smoke out the inner corner as well, because I'm not bringing that purple all the way into the inner corner. So I put the Supreme in the inner corner, and then I use it to smoke out the purple on the bottom of the purple, if that makes sense. That's pretty much the eyes right there, guys. I'm sweeping away the fallout underneath my eyes. Okay guys, really quickly on camera, I wanted to do just a tutorial, quick little thing on how I put on false lashes. I know a lot of people don't know how to use these, and it took me a long time. I started using them when I was in high school, and I'm 25 now, so you know, I've had a little bit of practice, but these ones were on sale today at the 21 Days of Beauty at Ulta, so I picked these up. They're the Pure Pro Eyelashes 3D cruelty-free luxe lashes, up to 30 wears, and they're in the style Bombshell, so that's what those look like. And I go in with normally either clear or black duo lash glue. I'm just gonna use the black one right now because it's right in front of me. And then you could either use something like this where it's like an eyelash little tweezer and put them on, or you can use regular tweezers. I do that as well, just whatever's in front of me really. So I'm gonna go ahead and take these out. And usually I have about the same amount of eye space as the size of false lashes, so I don't normally have to trim the ends off of them. But if you end up having to trim the ends because they're too long for the length of your eye, like, you could always test it out by putting it like that and seeing, okay, is it hanging off my lash line, which these are the perfect size for me. And you can clip the longer end, the edge that's going to be on the outer part of your eye. So pretty much I like to go ahead and bend them back and forth so that they're nice and curved for your eye shape. These ones are pretty curved already. Some you'll peel them off of the packaging that they come on, and they're kind of like straightened out by that time, so I like to just bend them a little. And then I take my lash glue and I do this very, very thin layer, making sure I get the edges well of lash glue. And see, you can barely see the lash glue because it's such a thin layer that I do. You don't want to go in with too much because then it's going to go everywhere and that's just not fun. Now normally my day-to-day, like when I go to work or whatever and I'm doing makeup like that, I'll curl my eyelashes and then put mascara on. I won't do falsies. But if I'm doing like a dramatic look like this, then I will do falsies. Now you want to wait about 30 seconds for the glue to dry and get kind of tacky because you don't want it too wet. If it's too wet, then it's going to like slide and it gets everywhere. It's just not fun. So now you're going to take a mirror, just like this, and you hold the mirror up and put it down below your chin, and you look down and you take the lash and you place it right above your lash line. Just like that, guys. And then I like to use my fingers, or you can use tweezers, to go ahead and place them as closely as possible to the lash line, and I pinch them together. Now if you find the edge is lifting up over in the corner, you can just like pinch it together with your fingers or the tweezers and wait a few seconds till it gets a little dried down. Now I'm just kind of tapping and pressing them into my lash line a little more, but very gently. I'm dropping everything, you guys. Pretty much holding that lash in place. And now it's pretty much where I want it to be. Now I did get some extra glue up there in my inner corner, and I'll show you how to fix that. But you first don't touch it, just let it dry. Just like when you get mascara on your eyelid, don't touch it, let it dry. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this eyelash off camera, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, that other lash is on right there. Now I'm going to take some regular tweezers now that that glue is dried on this side that I messed up on. I can already tell that I am not a huge fan of these lashes because they put like this really thick adhesive strip to stick it to the packaging on both ends, and that's what kind of messed me up. And then also the lash band is so thick that it's hard to get it to stay in place on my lash line when I'm applying it. So now I'm going to use my tweezers to kind of scrape away and catch the end of that glue, and see it just peels right up. We don't want this glue ruining this look. So just like that, guys. And then now you can go back in with your eyeshadow. That color was the sponsored kind of greenish color, and I'm just dipping a little bit into it and putting it over that little bald spot. Just like that, guys. Another tip with lashes, when you're applying them and you don't have eyeliner on already, you don't want a gap between your inner corner and the end of the lash line. So you want to put a little bit of black eyeliner between there, just so there's no disconnect. And I'm just doing a really thin line. If you're a beginner with false eyelashes, my favorite to learn with and to teach people with are the Ardell ones, because their lash bands are so thin. Here's the Ardell ones. These are the wispies. I use these in the demi wispies all the time, and they're super easy to just pop on real quick and go out the door. So that's what the lashes look like, guys. They're pretty lashes. They're just really difficult to get on. It took way longer than I wanted it to. And now I'm going to go ahead and line my lips as well with the NYX lip pencil in Nude Beige. You know what, this one is not showing up as well as I want it to. I'm going to go into Pillow Talk. I know, you guys, so original of me. By Charlotte Tilbury. I just recently started getting into lip pencils. I really never lined my lips that much until like the past few months. Or I guess I'd say the past year. I started getting into them right before my wedding last year in October, because I wanted to find the perfect one. Okay, and then I got a new lipstick from Charlotte Tilbury. It's the Kim KW. I've never had this one, so I thought it'd be cool to try. The packaging's really pretty for their lipsticks. I just don't think I would like the shape of the bullet because it's like rectangular and weird. I don't know. Let's try it out.
That's a pretty nude.
I don't know about you guys, but this is the only type of nudes I want sent to me. Ooh, that's a pretty nude. I love it. Okay, and then I'm gonna go ahead and top it with a gloss. This is the Kylie one from Kylie Cosmetics. Oh, You Fancy. Ooh, that's so pretty. I love that lip. Ooh. Now I'm going to throw on some highlight as well because I don't have any highlighter on yet. Let's see. Y'all need to pick this up if you haven't already. This is the Jawbreaker collection, the summer collection from Jeffree Star. This is the Brainfreeze highlight palette. So I'm going to go ahead and take a highlighting brush. I actually really like this Moda brush, you guys. Like, I changed my mind. There's a few of those brushes that suck, but this one's really good for highlighting from the BoxyCharm. I really like this Gold Breaker shade, so I'm going to go in that and mix a little bit of Cold Shoulder with it. So it's these ones. Ooh. Ooh, so pretty. Go again. I feel like with some highlights, they easily go on with a brush down the bridge of your nose, but sometimes you really just have to take your finger just to get it the way that you want. Do you see that difference? Oh, so shiny. And then I'm going to take some on my Cupid's bow. Y'all, my lips look much bigger than they actually are in real life, and I'm living. I will be right back. Alright guys, this is the finished look right here. I went ahead and added some little gems, you know, had that euphoria vibe going on. As soon as I saw this trend go everywhere, I went to Michael's and I got me some, okay? I don't know where people normally go and buy their little gem things for like looks like this, but that's where I went. I went to Michael's. I mean, you could go to Hobby Lobby. These already had like these little sticky adhesives on the back, so if you get some that don't have adhesive on the back, this is by Bead Landing Sticky Gems. I don't know if you can see that. If you don't have adhesive, lash glue works just fine, so that's always where I've gone and got my gems at. But overall, you guys, I love the way this turned out. It's so cute, and I can't wait to like do it and actually wear it somewhere because I'm not going anywhere, of course. As for this palette is, I would say, It's really good. There's nothing really wrong with it. The purple right here, Big Wig, it's a matte purple. It was kind of patchy to apply, but it helped a lot to put the shimmery purple on it, Shookington, which I was already planning on doing that anyways, but it was really patchy. I'm sure you guys could see that as I was applying it. That's the only shade I had issues with. Trust issues is very... If you've ever tried the Fenty, what is it called? Highlight Bomb or whatever. It's like the shiny white iridescent one. This has no color to it. It's just straight up like sparkle. And I don't know if you can see it underneath my brow bone really well, but it's just like this light little sparkle underneath. There's no color to it, so I'm sure Jackie Aina did that on purpose so that it could fit every skin tone and not just like, you know, one set of skin tones, I guess. But otherwise that, I love the way it turned out. And you know, I'm not mad at this. I thought I was gonna not like this because there's no light transition shades in here. And Jackie Aina did say like she made it for, you know, her darker, deeper skin gals out there like her, so that they could have better transition shades that actually fit them and they're not ashy looking. So I completely respect that. And I honestly, it's so pretty. I didn't need to dip into any other palette, and I'm shocked because I am like ghostly white. As you can see, I don't really go outside because I'm allergic to everything out there, but man, this color Supreme as my transition shade, whew, as soon as I put that one on, I knew I was gonna love this palette. It's just beautiful. And honestly, I wasn't planning on picking this up, but when I went to Ulta today, I was planning on getting the Norvina Volume 1 palette, the big one that's like 60 bucks. I was planning on getting that, but then I saw this and they didn't have that one in store yet, so I was just like, well, whatever. And I was like, I might as well try this out. This is not going back. This is staying in my collection. It's so pretty, and I'm so excited to do more looks with it. There's so many different things you could do with this, and it's gonna transition perfectly into the fall. Also, purples are very in right now. Purples are making a comeback. Everybody's doing purples. Purples, 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 greens, you know, like tons of like actual colors. And I love it. I'm so tired of like bronzy neutral looks. So if you guys do want to see boring bronzy neutral looks, I can do a few of those. But I've been having so much fun with color lately that, yeah, I just been putting color. Give me color. This is the first time I used this before the Juvia's Place I Am Magic foundation. This was bomb. Oh my god, it's so full coverage. It was, like, you could see my face. I was just like, it's the most full coverage foundation I've ever tried. And I've tried a lot of foundation. I've tried a lot of makeup. So that really says something. This Kim KW lipstick from Charlotte Tilbury. Awesome. First time using it. It's so beautiful. I love the color, and it's probably something I'm going to wear a lot. What else did I try that was new? Oh, this new sponge by Real Techniques. It's a microfiber sponge, so it's kind of like that one that Nikki Tutorials use all the time. Well, I've never used that one. It's by June & Co. I think that's the brand's name. And it's a lot more dense than the regular original, and I had to go in with this one, the squishier one, because I needed to blend out my cream contour a little bit better. But this is good for picking up powder. It's just a little more dense. I don't know how to describe it, but it was only $5.99, so I thought I'd try it, and you know, it didn't disappoint. I still really like it. I don't think there's anything that I haven't liked from Real Techniques that I've tried. These lashes are not a hit for me. I'll continue to use them till they're completely worn out. Don't get me wrong. I'm cheap like that. But I didn't like how thick the lash band was. They're not as easy as I'd like them to be to pop on real quick. And what else? I think that was all the new products I used today. Oh, and I have a really exciting giveaway for you guys. So remember how I said my ColourPop palette was broken when I did that video. Y'all, I'm stuffy and sick, so don't mind that. But I got a new one in the mail. They went ahead and sent me a new one free of charge. They didn't have me return the old one, and I was able to press the pigments back into the pans. So I'm gonna keep the one that was broken, and there's a brand new one sitting downstairs right now, and I'm gonna do my first giveaway. So I'm really excited to share that with you guys. To enter the giveaway, it's really simple. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel. Make sure you follow me on Instagram. It's just Glam Party Sam. And then leave a comment down below telling me what's your favorite new palette that has came out lately, because there's been so many new palettes. And you know, maybe if you guys have like one that you really love, I can try it out too. So let me know. And yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you smash that like button. Make sure you subscribe if you're new here. I'd love to see you back. I'm so excited to do this giveaway with you guys. See you in the next one. Bye.